All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is 9 Minutes with me on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure you hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports, and of course, download, subscribe to my podcast, the ML Sports Platter, all over the major platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and of course, leave a 5-star review and some feedback. That stuff goes an awfully long way. I am here at the Allen Angus Pub, by the way, home of the best darn Angus burger in town. You're in and around Central New York. This is a must-stop for anybody before and after all the big events, whether you're going to see the hockey, or going to see the basketball or the football or the lacrosse up on the hill. Maybe you're going to see Peter Pan as well. This is a great place to go before and after all the big events. I've been here a couple of times the last couple of weeks. You can get wraps. You can get their burgers. The Power Play burger, of course, voted best in New York State multiple times the last several years. And of course, they've got some major entrees here to choose from. Fish and chips, the lemon pepper haddock is delicious, one of my favorites, and the fried shrimp and chicken parm are both amazing as well. They've got awesome beers on tap and in the bottle. They've got merchandise available up front, hats and shirts, and of course gift cards throughout the year for any occasion as well. The Allen Angus Pub, home of the best darn Angus burger in town, and the official pub and restaurant of the ML Sports Platter. I want to talk about what a clown Russell Westbrook is. I saw the highlight last night. I was too busy for anything in the NBA because of all the college basketball. And of course, I'm trying to finish another book, so I always, watch college hoops, flip between a couple of games. One's getting better than the other, hold it there, a couple media timeouts, start reading again, in between, and try to, pump out about 15, 20, 30 pages per half. It seems to me that these days the only way to get any reading done in full until late. Shut the TV off 20, 30 minutes before you go to bed. But I saw the highlight, and I literally thought this was going to be another Ron Artest shit show moment where he was going to go in the stands and literally start cracking, punches at people. And, this actually, it just shows you how little control these athletes have in today's unbelievable social media world. That's why I give guys like LeBron James and Tiger Woods and Derek Jeter and Mike Trout and Tom Brady and all those guys I just mentioned that are the elite, the big time of their sports, because Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Djokovic. The reason why I applaud them even more than what they're doing from a statistical standpoint, from a greatness standpoint, from an all-time standpoint, is because we're living in an age where at any time somebody can take a phone and hit record. Somebody can take pictures of anything. People can hop on social media, on Twitter, even if you have only 10 followers, and you can literally take a picture of something and then it's up for the internet to see within a couple of seconds. The thing is, you have to have some kind of control. With Russell Westbrook, he did not have that, and that's one thing that I'm always telling people, that I would always wonder what Michael Jordan would be like in today's day and age when he's getting criticized for retiring, or perhaps getting criticized for the gambling or womenizing or whatever the case may be. Could you imagine the criticism of Mickey Mantle back in the day being a complete and utter drunk and, of course, multiple infidelity? Could you imagine Muhammad Ali in terms of Twitter with the backlash that he might get? Think about how, far apart we are socially as a nation right now. You imagine the amount of people who would have gone nuts on Ali for sitting out the Vietnam War and going to jail. He would have had his own population of haters during that time, and it would have exploded like a time bomb on social media. Russell Westbrook has to learn, just like all the other athletes out there. And you know what? Frankly, James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, he went nuts and banned a fan from Madison Square Garden, which is utter horse shit as well. You got to learn. You got to sit back, and you got to hold tight. You got to bite your tongue, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody who's going to criticize you. When you're a public figure, when you're a superstar athlete, when you're a member of the media, when you've gotten far enough in certain places, in certain fields, you're always going to be criticized. Hell, you could be a professor at a school and be one of the best. You're still going to have a couple of students who don't like you. That's just how it goes. Why is Jim Rome one of the most successful media people of all time? Because he has 50% hate and 50% love. It's very, very simple. He's been wildly successful with that. The point I'm making is that Russell Westbrook, in today's social media age, he's got to calm the hell down. And then when you add another layer to this, by the way, Having said that, he does need to calm down. I think it's hysterical that it was Russell Westbrook in this embarrassing situation. And Adam Silver's got to do something about this, by the way. He's got to penalize Russell Westbrook. He's got to get fined or maybe suspended. But here's the funny part about this is when you look at the clown that he is, it is too perfect that it was Russell Westbrook who was in this spot last night. It wasn't LeBron James. It wasn't Steph Curry. It wasn't Klay Thompson. It wasn't Kawhi Leonard. It wasn't Anthony Davis. It wasn't Giannis Antetokounmpo. It wasn't any of those players. It wasn't James Harden. It was not Kevin Durant, who, by the way, is a complete softie when it comes to criticism. It was Russell Westbrook. It was the perfect guy to be in that most ridiculous situation. The guy is a ticking time bomb. He's absolutely positively ridiculous, and he's a drama queen. And, you know, we talk all the time about the wide receivers in the NFL being drama queens. For Christ's sake, have you looked at the NBA lately with all the drama that's going on with the tampering and LeBron and the sitting out and tanking games and Dolan against a fan and Russell Westbrook now against a fan? I mean, this league is a total soap opera, and Russell Westbrook is a prototype for the league. He is completely and utterly out of control. He's a drama queen. He is a loose cannon, and the NBA should come down on this joker for what he did last night. And by the way, in closing, Russell Westbrook has got to be one of the most overrated players in sports today. I know he's ultra talented. I know he's been a triple double machine. I understand what he can do. He's an absolute monster when it comes to energy and the locomotive, getting to the basket. He has the ability to take over any type of game. The reality is the guy sucks at defense. The guy also, even with triple doubles and all the rest, he still seems to have a little bit more of that ball hog notion than a lot of other guys. Sure, he puts together some assists and all that, but, you know, a lot of times it's him, you know, going to the hoop, and then if there's help, you know, then he'll kick it. But generally speaking, he's always looking to score. He always wants to start with the basketball. He's looking to even take the ball up the court, and then he doesn't really play defensively. And there's a huge tug-of-war struggle there in terms of Russell Westbrook and some other players in locker rooms. We know that he rubs people the wrong way as well. Colin Cowherd, it's not just blowing smoke up your ass when you hear him say that he has sources who tell him that nobody has wanted to play with Carmelo Anthony, nobody's wanted to play with James Harden, and nobody's wanted to play with Russell Westbrook for the most part. I shouldn't say nobody, because nobody literally means nobody, and it would be zero as opposed to Chris Paul, or as opposed to anywhere Carmelo Anthony is gone, or opposed to Paul George. So there's somebody, but the most important people don't. And that's really the bottom line. So hopefully Westbrook gets some kind of a penalty from last night's shit show. This guy is a total dope. But my God, why should we be surprised with the drama queen, egomaniac softy that he is, getting caught in that situation? The guy's a total joke, and the way he controls, the way he contains himself, the way he comments on the stage, the way he does all that stuff, this guy is a total schmo in my opinion, and I can't stand him, to be honest with you, and last night showed his true colors, barking at that fan. Thanks for watching 9 Minutes with me, IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. Allen Angus Pub is the official pub and restaurant of the ML Sports Platter. Get here soon. Burgers, wraps, entrees, beers on tap and in the bottle. This place is awesome. Gift cards are always available before and after all the big events in Central New York. I'm Mike Lindsley. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports. And as I always tell you, enjoy the games.